Away from that now to Nollywood, where our spotlight today is on Nollywood actress turned author Ijeoma Grace Agu. Fans of the actress, close friends and family members come together for a conversation around her book, You Can't Be Here, I Have a Girl in the Room, a memoir that intimately documents the actor's marital experience and her journey through divorce. This might demand your keen attention as always. Please enjoy. Nollywood actress Ijeoma Grace Agu is known for her acting chops and unique ability to interpret characters as though they were her true self. The actress has enjoyed being in the limelight and is not shied away from sharing her personal life with her fans and followers on social media.
Wow.
For a while, fans have enjoyed happy clips showing her relationship with her husband and child on social media.
Aside loving Ijeoma for being a good actress, the other thing I love so much about her was her marriage, her family, and all of that. So she was real. I don't know if you follow Ijeoma, you go through her page. There's no fanfare, there's no vavavoom. She's just as makeup free, you know. I don't know, she doesn't have the air of other celebrities. I don't know if it makes sense. She's not always on point. I like that she was real and raw. I don't know if that makes sense. And I loved the bonding she shared with her husband, I don't know if I can say that, and her kid. They were just so closely knitted. It kind of, I'm married with 2 kids, so it kind of reminds me, I don't know what I have. I don't. It's similar to what I share with my own husband and family. So I really love that about her. So when on the page I saw this nothing so big coming on, I don't know. I was just so sure that it was about the end of her marriage, because I think I just follow her so much, and I just realized that there's been something had changed on her page and all of that. And when it was really announced, I was heartbroken. I don't know, because it felt like it felt like we were similar, the kind of home and marriage she shared, sort of.
The actress documents the present reality of her marriage since her not-so-public divorce in the book, You Can't Be Here, I Have a Girl in the Room. The non-fiction book details all the emotions she felt during her marriage and how it ended.
The feeling while writing was undulating. There were different moods and feelings. Basically, each day came with his own feeling. Some days I'm happy while I'm writing, some days I'm not, some days I'm conflicted. It was just a myriad of emotions at the time of writing. Now, having published, it's now an outside looking in kind of experience where you get to see people's response to it and what chapter or entry they relate to. So it's been an interesting ride, just listening in and watching the audience and the people who've bought so far, who've read it, relate to one entry or the other.
The book begins with a secure introduction in which the author visits with a number of her friends, colleagues, and fans. Here, the readers are invited to read a portion of the book's entry, leave a comment, pose a question to the author, and offer encouragement for having the guts to put into writing her experience.
It's like you're watching a movie of your own life, and you're asking questions. Okay, what could I have done differently? Should I have done this? Should I have done that? Was I wrong? Was I right?
Present at the conversation with the actress, Ijeoma Grace Agu, is her mother, who says the entire experience is diminution, but gives accolades to her daughter for putting it into writing.
I remembered when this offshoot came off, he wrote an apology letter, which is still there, saying he has disappointed us. That is, we will do everything to make his marriage work. I remembered he has a history. The mother suffered in the hand of a father. So, history repeating itself, and a lot of other questions. If you put yourself in my shoes, you will understand what I mean. And all these things are better experienced than the way we are discussing them. So what I'm thanking God for, especially, was that she didn't turn a lunatic. That she could ooze it out in this writing.
The emotional read and conversation moved the readers to tears, as some find that the story mirrors their personal experiences.
There's that fear that, oh, I think my marriage is so beautiful. I think all is so well. Can this happen to me? Can this love just go south? You fear for yourself. I was heartbroken for her, but I was sort of scared for myself and what I share. I experienced something similar when another celebrity marriage crashed that just seemed so real, and all of that. So I had so many questions. I DM'd her.
It's a very familiar feeling. It's not new. I think almost every woman can relate on one level or another. Like I said, if it's not your own direct experience, then maybe that of a friend or a sister or someone, So it just feels it's very sad.
Having read the book, some of our male friends express what they understand from the male perspective.
So it's been an interesting experience hearing a lot of perspectives, especially from women, observing how she dealt or how she's dealing with the situation that she's in and the way she chose to deal with it, which is quite interesting. And I said this to her, I said, so on some level, this is cathartic for her, as opposed to holding it in and letting it become self-destructive. So yeah, it's been an interesting experience. I always enjoy listening to women's perspective on a lot of things, because it's very easy to be closed off and just dismiss how they see things. But they're human beings. We live in the same world, and their opinions and our emotions are just as valid. So it's good to hear how they see things, how they experience things. So yeah, it's been an interesting, interesting evening for me.
The evening ends with each person leaving with their interpretation of the book and a piece of the woman behind the story. You can't be here, I have a girl in the room. Ijeoma Grace Agu, ingrained in their minds.
And I know Ijeoma through films. The filmmaker, she's a filmmaker too. So yeah.